Hello, everyone. Well, here we are at episode number 3 of the Life Writers Vlog, where you can find the inspiration and the useful tips you need to help you write your life story. For more than 10 years, I taught a class called the First Saturday Writing Workshop, and obviously it was on the first Saturday of every month. I brought in a number of writing prompts, all of which were designed to trigger memories that maybe people would not have thought to write about otherwise. After each prompt I gave, the class members wrote for 5 to 10 minutes. Then 2 or 3 people volunteered to read what they wrote, and we went on to the next prompt. The idea wasn't to finish any one piece, it was to get started on 6 to 10 stories they could finish later. I did it this way because getting started writing is often the most difficult part. Each person went home from that class with the beginnings of stories that they could work on for the rest of that month. What we're going to do today is I am going to give you a prompt from this little book that I put together of prompts that were from this first Saturday class. It's called I Remember 50 Prompts to Write Your Life Story. Prompts are really short, and there's an extra blank page to write on. It's really a good little book to throw in a bag or leave it in your car. So when you're waiting for a doctor's appointment, you can open this up and find something that grabs your attention. You don't have to start at the beginning and work through. I'm not a fan of that. You just need to flip through and say, oh, that sounds interesting, and work at that. Today, we are going to write a response to prompt number 44. The title of prompt 44 is called Sounds of the Night. Sounds of the Night. I'm going to read this to you. What did the night sound like for you as a child? Were there certain sounds you remember? What were these sounds? Who or what made these sounds? Were they scary or comforting sounds? Were they every night sounds or once in a while sounds? Take a minute and think about the sounds of the night. Did you hear crickets and bullfrogs if you were out in the country, or even in the city, little tree frogs? Little bitty frog makes all that noise. Take a few minutes and think about it. I encourage you to brainstorm. Set a kitchen timer for 5 minutes and brainstorm everything that you can think about related to sounds of the night. Once you have done that, pick one of the items to write about. Again, set your kitchen timer or your phone or whatever you use for 10 to 15 minutes and see where this prompt takes you. Don't think too much about it. Don't judge your thoughts and ideas. Just go with them. Write quickly. Capture the story. Don't worry about stopping to fix mistakes. You can do that later on. The last thing I want to remind you of, and I hope I say this every time, is the only way for you to do this wrong is to not do it at all. The only way for you to do this wrong is to not do it at all. We would love to read what you have written. So if you care to share your story with us down in the comments section below, we'd love to celebrate with you and see what your sounds of the night sounded like. So until next time, everybody, happy writing.
If you enjoyed this week's episode, you will love our Life Writers membership. Whether you don't know where to start writing your life stories, have started and stopped many times, or have been writing but want to receive feedback to make your stories better, the Life Writers membership is where you need to be. We have a Get Started roadmap, an extensive library of instructional videos, live events via Zoom, and a supportive and active community. If you want to take the stories that live in your heart and mind and put them onto the page, check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us.